Okay, I got 1 o'clock on the hour. So right now you're looking at my admin screen for Moxie website. So as I was explaining, depending on where you came in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of things that you can do on your website. And then if you have any ideas of what you would like to do, then I would like to entertain those and show you how you could do those. Essentially, everyone set up a generic, and I'm going to call it generic because when other than having a search focused or an agent focused page, let's be honest, there's not a lot of change or difference between one of us or another of us. Okay. We got a picture, we got a search bar, we have a picture there. I realize not everyone has a picture, but you got a short bio. We all have featured properties, and I'm going to make sure that your featured properties are set up the way they ought to be. Okay. That's a real important thing. And then of course I use Find Homes and Estates. You could have any type of custom search you want. This just happens to be the custom search that I have. And then of course our Century 21 Agent Commercial. And the one thing that you have over here, instead of a blog, you actually have this, the sample mortgage rates. I'll tell you straight out, one of the fastest ways to get SEO on your website is blogging. I blog for Century 21 SACMAR, Century 21 Town and Country, and Coldwell Banker company pages. So if you actually Google my name, it looks like I'm an agent for all three companies. While my website's not active, just because I'm posting blogs, it truly has search engines confused. So basic generic page, right? This is what we got. So I'm going to click this tab right back here. And again, I'm going to try to go as slow as I can. I don't want to lose anybody. So if I did something and you don't know how I got there, please stop me and I'll go back. All right. So I'm going to go back one tab. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the property list that I want to make sure that you have it set up right. So under property list and property list, and the reason I'm doing this is because I learned a few things from the earlier days when I had people initially set up their websites. So again, depending on if you were an earlier venture or a later venture. Third one down is featured properties. And now I'm going to have you click on the word edit. And we'll wait for it to come alive. It's amazing that there's nobody in the office and yet the Wi-Fi just decided to get slow today. So
I think the website's slow.
Under featured properties, ideally you have my active listings, my office active listings, my office open houses, and my company's active listings all checked. In addition to those checks, also you exclude pending on each one of those. Now, if you don't have active listings, that's okay. And if the office isn't hosting any open houses, that's okay, because it just means that that information won't be shared. But over here on the right-hand side, initially, this starts out with the word custom. And custom means simply that. If you don't define it, it's really not defined. But here's what I want to tell you. This is step one. Once you assure those check marks are up there, you come over here and you select listed date. And it's going to go through and it's going to update. What I'm doing right now.
Bob,
Yes.
I'm sorry. How do I get to this page? I'm a little lost. I don't mean to slow everybody down, but.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to home. Have you gotten to here?
No.
Century 21 or Coldwell Banker?
Century 21.
Have you got to here?
No.
Okay. We're gonna back up the freight train here. So let's get out here. Let's get out here. Let's get out here. Let's come down here. Have you got here?
Yes.
All right. Have you got here?
Let's see. Yes.
Okay. So if you're not using favorites over there, you're going to come up here in the right-hand corner and you're going to click on that little, I call it a hamburger. I realize it's 3 lines, but I love food, so I'm going to call it a hamburger. Okay.
I like that.
And then I'm going to go to Productivity Hub.
Productivity Hub. Okay.
And when I go to Productivity Hub, it's going to give me all the cool things that I can use. These little hearts over here, as you click on the heart, what it does is it adds it to the favorites. So instead of having to go to Productivity Hub, it's for you, it's always over there in your favorites. Click on
Okay.
favorites. See, it's right there. So I like Brand Studio because there's all kinds of good stuff for you. I like C21 University because there's a lot of good stuff. The nice thing about the Moxie tools is you only have to grab one of them and save them, okay? You notice I don't have all of the Moxie tools as favorites. I just have one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on this one. Now I'm going to tell you straight up, Rachel, if you've not activated your website, a lot of what we're going to do today is not going to make any sense to you.
Okay.
Okay. I can send you a YouTube video or I can send you a PDF that walks you through the steps, the minimum steps. But what I'm doing now is I'm actually going to take people past the, this is like 102 class. Okay.
Okay.
So when you click on Moxie, it's going to bring you to this. And the nice thing, you might have got a button that says Access Moxie. Would depend on which one. Like I clicked on Moxie Engage. You might get a window that says Access Moxie Engage, which is one additional step. Doesn't always come up as you just saw. But Moxie Present is here. Moxie Engage is here. Moxie Website is here. Everything's here. So like I say, you only have to have one of them in your favorites because you'll always come to this dashboard. This is
Okay,
your
great.
dashboard. So I'm going to click on my website, which is just above my picture. How's Paulina doing up there? You got any snow?
Yep, we got some snow and it's cold. So it's about, I think it's gonna stay this time now. All
Well,
the
we got
snow.
the cold, but we don't have the snow, or not to
Yeah.
not to speak of.
Yeah, we got about 6 inches probably on the ground lane. Yep,
Good
pretty
times.
cold. Yeah.
Paulina's up in Manistee, one of my favorite places to visit. So when you click on my website, you'll always come into this platform. And like I say, Rachel, I've got a thing that'll take you through these steps of the common task. It'll take you through the completing your site activation. And it's a YouTube video, or I got a PDF, which is from a PowerPoint that I created to walk you through the steps. Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. I'm still going to just hang out and look and observe because I'm somebody who likes to, I'm more of a seer and a more visual person for this point. But yeah, I would love to see the YouTube video when we're all done as well.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to go back to property list and property list. I'm going to click on edit. Come on, baby. You can do it. You did it once before. Come on. Chug it, chug it, chug it, chug it. Choo, choo. I didn't even ask it to do anything. Just change tabs. Come on. There we go. So again, I talked about the 8 check marks, and I talked about the listed date. Once you've done that, okay, step 1. Step 2 is coming over here to site pages, all pages, okay? Site pages, all pages. And if you do not have any active listings, right here, it says, welcome home, properties searched in my active listings. If you do not have any active listings, instead of the word show, it's going to have the word hide. And I would encourage you to click on the word hide. The reason why is because then it's hidden. What I don't want you to have is a bad link on your website. So if somebody clicked on my active listings, if you didn't have any, they wouldn't go anywhere. You don't want that to happen. So let's just hide it, okay? And then you want to come down to featured properties, and you want to make sure that it does say hide. Okay, so if I click on this, in fact, I'll even do it here. If I click on show, it means that you can now see it. When I click on hide, it means exactly what it means. Okay, now by default, this will be visible, and by default, featured properties is not. So you want to make sure that it does not say show underneath properties. When you're check that, you just come down, you're going to hit publish. And then this is the big bang for the buck, folks. And I'll explain why once it gets updated. Because this is huge, 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 okay? I'm going to go one up from site pages, and I'm going to go to home page. I almost feel like I should have elevator music or something. You know what I'm saying? Do, 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 do. I'm going to have to get me a button I can touch and play music in the background. Welcome. So now that I'm on the home page, I'm going to scroll down. And I'm going to come to this spot right here, featured properties. Now, what I was doing initially, because that's the way I learned it, was under here where it says featured properties. Well, this is what they encouraged us to do. My office listings.
The foundational rank in the company. That
Okay, Margaret, I think you got.
Yeah, where you're now a newly ranked affiliate at MD.
There you go. That works. Let me get that over there. All right, so that was, it's funny because just to put it short, this is not the best choice because again, if you have more than one office location, you're not taking the benefit of what you can actually do with this. So because we checked all those boxes back there on property list, I want you to select featured properties because this is what's going to happen. As properties come in across the company, those listings are going to go to your website. And when they go to your website, the Yield Boost SEO, which is a part of our websites, is going to reach out to search engines and say, hey, I've been edited, I've been modified, I have new information. And that is going to help get your new website to be indexed and identified within the world of search engines, which is huge, 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 because as listings come in across the company, your stuff is going to update. And every update is a big plus. Once you make that change, you'll come down to the bottom and you're going to click on publish.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
So at SACMAR, I
You're
don't
the
have,
one exception.
yes, thank you. Okay.
Yep. SACMAR is the only exception because you have one location. So yes, you're good. Now, one thing, I don't know if I included, what won't show up though, Valerie, if you do it with my office listings is if somebody's gonna hold an open house, it's not gonna come up. Okay, does that make sense?
You mean outside of Sackmar?
No, if somebody in Sackmar puts information on the MLS for an open house. So what happens automatically, it will show if you use the featured properties list instead of my office listing. Because you can select, again, Sackmar being the exception, what I would check is I would check my active listings. I would check my office open houses and my office listings. The only one I wouldn't check would be my company listings because your one location takes care of all that.
Okay,
Okay,
yep,
so that's the first thing I wanted to show you, and then I'm going to show you one more thing, but at first I'm going to kick this up here just so you can see it. And then I'm going to open the floor here. So right now, this is, again, typical welcome home, got your properties, got the buying and selling, and about me, blog, and so on, okay? So what I'm going to show you is, going to go back to the site pages, all pages. And what I want to do differently is, see this about me? I'm going to left click it, and I'm going to drag it to the top, and I'm going to put that underneath welcome home. So now it says welcome home, about me, then it gets to properties. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to hit on publish. And so I'm going to click here. This is the way it was. Oh, I'll even do it here. This is the way it was. Welcome home, properties buying. Watch what happens when I refresh. Now I got welcome home and about me. And it's that fast, folks. That's what I really, really love about it. And again, why do I want to have about me there? Well, because hopefully, as they're working their way across, this little bio or this contact form might come in handy for them. All right. Also, at the bottom, one of the things I just remembered, I'm going to show you right now. You see, this is what it looks like. Watch this. Let me go back, and I'm going to go to appearance, which is just above site pages, and the homepage layout, header, and footer. I'm going to click on footer. And I'm going to click on update. So my footer just updated. I'm going to come back to this tab. See, it's not there. We're going to refresh the page. Oh, what happened? Oh my goodness, it didn't happen. Why not? Let me go back here. Customize. It worked perfectly this morning. So what'd you do differently? Come on. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you what to do. How's that? So let me back up. Right now, we got nothing down here, right? So let me back up because this is cool. All right. So I'm going to come back. Close that out. I'm going to come back to, I'm going to start here just because I don't want to confuse nobody. If anybody's got any questions while we're waiting for this, please don't hesitate.
Hi, Bob. I do have a question, and I'm not sure if this is better addressed offline, but I'm sure you know Phil and I are a team, and that's how we always go to market.
Yes.
So how do we, without duplicating our efforts, how do we present that within our various how do we present that in the website? Because I mean, I don't think there's a need for both of us to have two websites. I think it should just be one. No?
Yes, I agree with you. Okay.
Okay.
There's a couple things that need to happen for that. So let me address that at the tail end, if you don't mind, Rachel, because
No
just like
problem.
right down here where you see my team.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there is some specific things that you will access as a team, which will be different than a regular agent. All right.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, so from home, I'm coming down to appearance. When I click on appearance, it's now I had to go back and think again. Oh my goodness gracious. So I'm going to come down to footer. The fact that it didn't update, I kind of like the fact. Wonder what happens if I click reset your custom footer. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, look at that. Now I'm gonna know how to do that. Well, I did show you one way, but I'm going to show you how to take it a step farther. So I'm going to come in and customize it. And so I got the Century 21 Town and Country, but you know what? I'm going, and again, folks, what I'm about to show you is, this is going to be your first customization to a page. And so one of the first things you'll do, and this will work the same for everything that you do, you have to decide how many elements you want. Now, what's nice about this is, and I'm going to do this intentionally, I'm going to grab this one right here, and I'm going to put it down here. So I only have 2 columns, right? And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to click on modules. And I'm going to drag a photo over to there. And see, automatically, it gives me the opportunity to select a photo. Now, click in there. And let me go to my logos.
Okay, you're gonna have to go back. I got to
All right.
the plus sign
Okay. Yep. Okay.
and then modules.
So, yep, I hit the plus sign because that brings up all my stuff. Okay.
Yep,
So the first thing I did was I grabbed a row and I brought it over. Okay. Like stop. All you got to do is left click and drag. I'll do the 3 columns this time. And see, now I have 3 columns. If I decide I don't want it, all I have to do is click the X's and they go away. Once you have empty space, that's where your widgets and your modules come into play. So now I'm going to left click the photo and it'll automatically come up just like this. I'm going to select photo.
oh, mine didn't do that. How did your photo come up that way? Mine didn't.
Just a minute. So you're saying when you dragged this over and dropped it, it should automatically come up like that.
Yep, it did. I didn't do the drag and drop.
Okay. And then just select photo, select files. And like I said, I gotta go. Let me see, homepage pics. No,
Now, where do you select the file?
again, you can select them from anywhere. It's like right now, it opens to my downloads folder, but I don't want my downloads folder. So I'm coming over here and I'm clicking on pictures and I'm going to go to logos. If they're on your desktop or they're on your
Okay,
download
so-
folder. It's easy.
Yeah, it was overwritten. It was hard to read. It was tight. Okay, so under upload photos, you hit select files.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
So
Okay,
now that I got this, I'm going to click on this one. And when I click on it, it's automatically there. So all I literally have to do now is click. Now, right here's the size. I can change the size here. I'm good with 252, so I'm going to click save. And there it is. Now, I don't like that. I want a PNG, meaning that it's going to show up like this versus this. So I'm going to click on that photo. I'm going to remove it. See if I got a PNG of that. And look at that right there, right next to it. So I'm demonstrating the difference between a PNG and again, this is available not only in gold, it's also available in white and the brown. Just for speed, what I'm going to do. The nice thing about it is as you upload images, you actually create for yourself your own library. So when I select photo now, I can go and grab one of these. I'm going to go ahead and grab this one this time. And again, see, that one's kind of big. So I want to get it down so it's closer to the size of the other one. But this is one of the things that I want to show to you. So right now remember I dragged over 2 rows. Well, what I can do is I see this right here, I can duplicate and it goes down there. So see where it turns, move. So I can grab this. I'm going to drag it all the way over to that side and look at that. Now I actually have 3 rows. And if this is still too big, click on it, make it a thumbnail. And obviously I wouldn't have Century 21 Town and Country Fine Homes in the States on both sides. But what I've done on the company page is this one over here says Century 21 Relocation. This one here in the middle says Century 21 Fine Homes and Estates. And this one over here says C21 Commercial. I'm trying to use as much as the brand as possible when I'm on the company websites. Okay. So that's your first tidbit. When I'm done with my creation, I have the choice to save it as a draft, meaning it will not be published. I can discard it saying that's not anywhere close to what I wanted. Or I click on publish, and as I gotta go back to admin home, and I go to the visit site. See how nice that looks? Also, what I could show you in there, I didn't think to do when I was there. So now that's my thing, these links right here. Okay, so if you're not blogging, why would you want to link there? Click that X, get rid of it. Home, properties, about me, neighborhood news. These were all things that exist on your website. The one thing that doesn't exist is that blog. That's something that you have to take upon yourself. So I updated, come back here, click on my update button. And Doop-a-doop-boop-boop. Come on, get out of there. And so to see blogs missing. And I really, like I said, it may seem trivial, but if I'm one of those people, you know, if your links don't work on your website, I don't put a lot of faith in you. Your social media links, if you gave the links to your admin, they show up over here on the left-hand side. Now, I'm going to show you. First off, anybody got any questions? I don't want to go too fast. I'm going to close that out. No questions. Let me see. Let me go over here. Yeah, and the reason I do, because all my shortcuts are over here. Boop, 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 boop. So showing time. Don't know if you've been in here for anything other than showing time. And again, there's more than one way to get here, but right now I'm going to click on reports. And market stats is where I'm going to go. Now up here, you can do the entire MLS, easy peasy, right? But like for me, okay, I'm going to type in Rochester. And again, you see, you can do it by school district. Maybe I don't want to do it by school district. Why are you being so fussy? I guess I'm going to have to do it by school district. We'll get them all. I'm going to add an area. I'm going to add, let me see, down the street is Troy. And since I did that by school district, I'll do that by school district. Clinton. Oop, come on. Come on. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now that I did not know that Clinton Township is literally in more than one area. Wow. Well, I'm going to grab that one. And since it's in two areas, I'm going to grab that one too. So I got 4 counties and you see these nice little maps. So sales price, you can do new listings, you can do home for sales, pending, month supply, percent of list price. So I'm going to do list sales price. Okay. Median is the way that most things are reported. And you notice as I go across here, you see how it changes. April 20 of 2022, June of 2022. Right now, December 22, or excuse me, January of 23 is the latest information. Okay. So I'm going to come up here to the share button in showing time. I'm going to click on the share button. And I'm going to take number 2 option, always updated with the latest data. And what that simply means is at the end of the month, when the numbers come in, it will be updated. So I'm going to click on live. I'm going to click on embed. I want an interactive frame. I want a large frame. And then I'm going to click on share. And I need to grab that and copy. I'm going to come back to, I'm going to go back to there. Let me come back to site pages, all pages. One of the things we always talk about is the importance of having local housing market information, and we should have the knowledge in our head. So I'm going to click on add new here at the top. By default, it says custom page. And again, I have lots of choices, but a custom page it is. I'm going to click submit. Local area housing report. I'm going to click on save a draft just so I save the name, and it'll automatically create my URL for me. It'll come up here in just a moment. Come on, baby. This is times like this is when I really would love to have a landline, because things are so much faster. You don't have to wait.
Mine's slow too, Bob.
So there's my URL. Now, this is text editor. Now I'm going to click on builder. Now I have several different options here, folks. Okay. There are templates. If I click on templates, MoxieWorks gives us templates. Again, you want to change your homepage? Look at that. There's a new homepage. There's a different homepage. You can literally do all kinds of things because there's all kinds of templates. Moxie templates. If you click the down arrow, you want a landing page, content page. Oh my goodness. Saved is, in other words, you've created the template and you want to use it. What I hope to do down the road is create templates for agents to be able to customize for themselves. Oh, excuse me. But I'm going to start with literally a blank total, nothing. I'm going to go grab the row. I'm going to drag it in. I'm going to go grab a module, which is going to be video. I'm going to paste that URL that I got, or the iframe would be the proper term. And there it is. And again, I'm going to
Can you repeat? Sorry,
go
Bob.
ahead, say it again.
You grabbed a row and then what?
I grabbed a row, then I grabbed video from a module. When you click on modules, I grabbed this video right here.
Okay.
And if you're looking for a module and you can't find it, there's that spyglass. You can search for it.
All right. And then what'd you do?
So all I did was I'm going to get rid of that. I dragged the video into my box. See, it says embed. So I'm going to paste that iframe. Come down and hit save. And there I am. Now there's a couple of things that I would do in addition. And again, notice that it has my name and all the information that I use for showing time. But I'm going to add an image to the background because, white's just kind of white. So it says background. I'm going to say photo. So I'm going to go select my photo.
Where did you find background? Under modules?
Nope, I'll show you that. Oh, it's too big. Doggone it. I forgot to downsize it. Right. Nope. Okay. So this is what you're looking at once you've embedded your iframe, okay?
Yep,
So this gear or this wrench over here where it says row settings on the left-hand side, when I click that, it brings me to this, and this is just about the row itself.
okay,
If
so
I
not
wanted-
the, okay,
If I wanted to just do a color, I can pick a color. And of course I have you know, I can tell you what the preset is. See how it went black? But up here, if you want the gold for Century 21, it is # BEB 087. Say again, BEB 087. And what is cool about this is, so I have it up there, and if I click on this plus, it gets added to my presets. So where I had just black and white, now I have the gold. So if I want to use it again, it's right there for me. For example, I'm going to go back to black. No, that doesn't look good. I'm going to go back to the gold. Okay, I like that. Then all I literally have to do is hit save and I'm done. Okay. Or like I was going to show you where you can do the same thing with a picture. And I forgot that you cannot upload a picture that is bigger than 10 megabytes. So I gotta go grab me a different picture. I'll just grab a picture, won't matter. Save, and see there's a nice picture in the background. But people won't really know what that's all about, right? I mean, they can see Rochester School, Troy, and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the plus again. And this time I'm going to bring a heading over. And I'm just going to hit save. Well, that's kind of hard to read, huh? So I'm going to come back and I'm going to click on it. And I'm going to go to style. And here, I can change the colors. I'm just going to pick white. I'm going to go to the font. And I'm going to make it bigger. And if I want to be able to see what I'm doing, I can just left click this out of my way. Because you know what? I want it big enough that it goes from one side of that to the other. Yeah, right about there. And since the default weight is not working for me, what happens if I make it bold? Oh, perfect. And now I can actually reduce the size a little bit. And then click on save. So when I come up here and I click on done, as I said, I could discard it, save it as a draft, or publish. So I've published this and see, it's interactive. Is that cool or what? Now, what I want to add one more, just because I want to repeat it. So I'm in this frame right here. I just published it. Okay, I'm happy with that, but I decided I want to do a little bit more work. All I have to do is come up here to Builder, and automatically it puts me back into Builder mode. So I'm going to come over. I'm going to add another row. And again, I could have entitled this local housing market in our area is what I used. I could have said median sales price in our area. But I got this, so I got to go back to showing time. Close that up. This time I'm going to do days on market. Come up to share. Again, click on live, click on embed, click large, share, and grab this.
So it's, what did I do wrong if it's not showing up on my website? I
Did you
published-
copy the iframe? All of it?
I published it after I
Okay,
did all the,
it's there, and I'll show you where it's at.
okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna go back here and get my video in there. And now I'm gonna publish and be done. So the question is, where did the page go? Well, go to admin home. When you get to admin home, you're gonna come on down to site pages, all pages. And just like when we did custom searches, it's gonna be down here at the bottom. So now that my local house, and again, I can view it. Say, yep, that's what I'm talking about, okay? But it surely doesn't belong down there. So I could drag it up. I could drop it right here. Go down and hit publish. And when I go to visit site, it's going to be about me, then the local area housing report. Kind of cool. No, I really don't want it there. So I could come back and I could click on site pages and I could say, okay, I'm going to stick it in over here. I'm going to put it underneath the properties tab. Maybe I don't want it as a menu item. So I come over here, I'm going to hit refresh. And now it's in my properties tab. Have I overloaded your brains yet?
Yep.
All right.
It's
I want
still
to
not showing up on my page though.
So for inspiration or whatever you might want to call it, in fact, I'm going to go over here. First thing I'm going to do is so this is Century 21 Town Country company website. There's a few things I dislike that they won't let me edit. But one of the first things I want you to notice is that you don't have to look at the same picture. And it's really pretty easy to do this, where it'll change the pictures for you automatically. You actually control the timing, how fast you want the pictures to go. I have newest listings because, again, this is actually a custom list based off of within the last 30 days. Featured listings is just like what I showed you before. And of course, if you want to see more listings, you just click on the button. I'm going to do it this way just so I don't have to come back. Why it's doing its thing up there. And then I have luxury homes. You know, instead of having luxury homes, if I wanted that to read fine homes and estates, and I said, you know what, I want to fix that. So I'm going to come up here. Now I got two of them going back and forth like crazy. Down here, we have each one of the offices. So if I click on that, it takes me over here to Rochester, Michigan. There's downtown. There's a map of our office. There's a walk score for Rochester School District of Michigan rankings and all kinds of good stuff. discover our community, got some history, some architecture, just all kinds of great stuff. Basically, whatever I could find on Google, to be honest. And then, of course, properties that are just in Rochester, Michigan, because again, custom search, demographics, and then just some pictures of the area. So newest listings, this is the way it comes out. And like I said, this is custom search for the last 30 days. So what I was going to show you is, so I don't like luxury homes. So I'm going to change it. And the reason is Fine Homes and Estates is a branding for Century 21. Now, notice that I also included sales data. This data actually came from Realcom. Okay, all I did was I created a PDF and took a couple of screenshots of the PDF so that I could break it up, and I presented it here. The one thing I don't like about this particular thing is that I have to know that I have to come in at the end of the month and I have to update it. Like I have to update it right now because it stopped at December. Okay, and I need to get it to January. So I already know I have to update it, where the other one will automatically update at the end of January, all for me. But, and I add the but, I hope you understand that one of the reasons why, the last thing I want to have across here is Bob DeVore, Coldwell Banker on a Century 21 page. That would not be a good thing. Now notice that, see this box right here? So if I get rid of the box, look what happens. See how that moved up? That's why the box is there. All I did was I duplicated this, drug it over so that I could get my spacing. And then I come in here, I went to style, and I changed the color of the font to white. And see, it looks much cleaner than being offset. So that's one of the ways that you can basically tweak your page. All right. And of course, I have blog material because I'm blogging. Remember I told you Century 21 relocation, Fine Homes and Estates and commercial? There it is. But last but not least, now I'm typing in BobDevoreMovesYou.com, which is my vanity domain. Okay. Let me go back to this. Why that's loading. So this is Bob DeVore the real estate center.sites.c21.homes is my website. Okay. That is very difficult to share with someone, or very difficult to include on marketing material because it's pretty long, right? I mean, I'm just saying. While it is not necessary nor required to have a vanity domain, I would encourage you, simply because it's easier to share your domain. Bob DeVore Moves You is easy to share. What About Bob is one of mine. Again, easy to share. And notice I got a little bit of the snow theme, you know, going. I have featured properties just like everyone else, but now I do a little of looking at a neighborhood with some information. I got a couple, these are GIFs, which I just simply created with the GIF maker. And the nice thing about GIFs is, unlike a YouTube video, they don't have to click on it. It just keeps running over and over and over. I have free seller guides, buyer guides. You want an estimate on your house? And of course, I got some YouTube videos and I have my blog. I'll go here. What about Bob? This is my testimonial page, and since I'm not a Century 21 agent, I don't get to connect to Real Satisfied. And if you haven't connected Satisfied to your website, Steve out of the Shelby office is the guru on connecting Real Satisfied. I say that because I can't have a Real Satisfied account, so I can't go through the steps. But here's what the testimonial page looks like for if you don't have Real Satisfied. And again, I chose to include images. You don't have to. In fact, I didn't include all images. I just included them a few so that I could mix it up and make it look weirder or differenter, if that's a word. So just like your links on the bottom, when they click on home, what it's going to do is it's literally going to take them back to your home page. Okay. Under What About Bob, these are my NAR designations. So if they want information about that, they can get it. My blog, I have it broke up into buyer issues, seller issues, and such. Sellers, I have all kinds of seller tips. But one of the things that I absolutely love is my mortgage pre-approval. When you click on mortgage pre-approval, and of course, I had to coordinate this with my mortgage gal to make it all in compliance with her requirements. But they click on learn more, they're going to go to her website, they click on apply now, and they can enter in their email address or their phone number. And again, she provided this stuff. I didn't create it, but it will send an email to me and an email to her. I've already generated 6 leads off of that link alone. And I want to point something out about that. Oh, wrong page. That's buyers. Okay, I have a lot of tabs, right? And that's what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. It's the 6th one down. And yet I've created 6 leads off of that link alone. That tells me that the website's getting attention. It's getting great stuff. Local housing market. This is the one that has the graphs. And again, they're all interactive. I don't have to update them. I don't have to do diddly squat. I also have these market reports. You can do something similar with the neighborhood news if you send it to yourself. So folks, I literally filled an hour. When I get the Zoom link, I will send it to you. And Rachel, don't go nowhere.
Yep, I'm here.
So Paulina and Valerie, thank you for joining us. Can't thank you enough.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Bob.
thank you, Bob. Thank you.
Overloading right now, but okay.
Valerie, you're used to that. I know you are. Okay, so boom, 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 boom. Are you on the SACMAR side or Town and Country?
Sackmar.
Okay. Let me get to that first. I know names, but I don't know off,
Well, yeah, how many of us do you have? Come on now. Because I think there was like, you said there was like something that said team.
Yes.
And I think I already had it set up from one of the times when I did one of your earlier trainings.
Well,
But
that's
it's
what
just,
I'm-
go ahead.
We're gonna go verify.
My team and
Come
then
on.
team members, you said?
Yes.
Okay, it's just me and then added team member Phil.
Yes.
See.
So that's where you would add dad. Because that's.
How
what-
did you
that's
know?
Well, like I said, I know the name. I just don't know which office.
I was being sarcastic. I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm a
and then
little-
on
No, I'm not the sharpest pencil in the drawer, okay? I admit that. So, wrong. I want, oop, that's okay, I'll fix it here. So, because I want to do it in one other place. And then log me back in, didn't it? Get out of there.
this site is really slow.
Yes, I wish it was faster. If I had anything negative, that would be the fact that it does not do it quickly.
Yeah, I don't understand why it just drags. The other thing I'd like to note, and I don't know if this is something I should tell you, but for the social media links, we should be able to, you know, I know this is kind of a newer social media, but TikTok would be great.
You know, I don't know if the brands will ever endorse TikTok.
Really, because of everything that's been going on.
With everything that's going on, in the fact that YouTube is the #2 search engine. So from an SEO standpoint, and the fact that YouTube has shorts, which essentially work out to be TikToks,
Okay.
time-wise, everything else. YouTube has been very responsive to make themselves available. But the advantage is again, because you can go live on YouTube just like you can Facebook Live. But with TikTok, you have to share it on a platform. With YouTube, literally you don't have to, because while it makes it easy for you to, because once you, whether you upload it, even if you uploaded a TikTok to YouTube, then it gives you all the links to share it across whatever media you want. But from a search engine perspective, there is no search engine for TikTok. It doesn't exist. So,
Okay.
so this is what I wanted to take a look at. So agent teams, because this is the dashboard. So this is at the company level. So CNE team does exist.
Perfect.
Okay. And I created some teams and I wanted to make sure. So that does exist. So then here in my website, this is the piece that I think you were already working on. And that's under my team and team members. So
Okay.
right now it shows me, which isn't true. So, only reason I'm there is because, oh, wait a minute. I gotta go backwards. I forgot to go to the brokerage side.
No problem. Really quick, you said you're gonna send a link for this, and then you also have a YouTube link that you can send me. I just
Yes.
want to make sure I get this up and moving. I mean, I mean, even for me who's a millennial, this is a lot. So I just want to make sure And listen, like I was that generation that grew up with and without it, if that makes sense. So
Yep.
yeah.
Well, that's weird. I'm gonna have to work on that.
No
Because I
problem.
needed to take care of that piece for you, because basically even though he'll probably never do anything, it'll still bring your stuff together into here. So this is the first team where I ran into a problem, because it exists back there, but it doesn't exist here. So I need to find out
Okay.
why.
Okay, sounds good, Bob. Thank you.
I'll
I
figure it
appreciate-
out.
No, I know you will. I just, yeah, let me know, keep me posted. I'll follow up with you in like, I don't know, like a week or so, maybe.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to getting the
Yep.
YouTube link.
All righty. Take care.
Bye. You too. Bye-bye.